Have you ever felt stuck in a job that drains the life out of you? You're slaving away for an unhealthy number of hours doing work you don't care about for a company that doesn't care about you. Anything you do or achieve feels meaningless. When you're home, all you can think about is the dread of going back to work the very next day. A short night of poor quality sleep, then you're back at the office feeling like you never had time for yourself. Don't you wish it could all just go away? Don't you wish there was something to spice up your life? Like, I don't know, a zombie apocalypse putting humanity in chaos with fatalities occurring everywhere and everyone you love is either in danger or dead? Just so you can get away from work? Well, introducing Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead, a story about exactly that. In the first episode, we're immediately thrown into the apocalyptic zombie-infested world of Zom 100. Just kidding, this is only a zombie movie. Obviously, a zombie apocalypse isn't going to happen in the real world. This is Akira. We get an opening line from him saying that compared to the office life, surviving a zombie apocalypse would be heaven. He's been working at a company that's exploited him for 3 long years. In the beginning, Akira was full of hopes and dreams. He thought that this was his dream job that he landed, so he went and gave it his all. Everything seems to be fine and dandy. He's meeting friendly co-workers, finds his crush, and even has a welcoming party. Until he realizes that he's working in an exploitative corporation. Everyone's a workaholic, schedules are tight, and overtime work is unpaid. It was only after 2 days of being in the office can Akira finally return home.
全然寝足りねえ。いきなり会社行きたくねえな。
But hey, that's not going to stop him. It's only just the beginning of his career. He chose this career. He worked hard to get it. He's got some backbone. Employees sleeping in the office, they just love their job. Manager yelling at you, he's just a really passionate mentor. New recruit crying, she's got dust in her eye.
ああ、これ邪魔だな。これがなかったら明日会社行かなくて済むのに。
Akira has completely reached beyond his breaking point from soul-breaking levels of stress. Everything is empty. Everything is colorless. Everything is lifeless. He wakes up to find the world in complete anarchy from a zombie apocalypse, and after seeing the blood, gore, and chaos surrounding him, he thinks only just one thing. I'm gonna be late for work. But after the sheer gravity of the situation sinks in, he reacts how anyone else would. Exploding in pure joy because hey, anything's better than working. His world instantly lights back up, barrage of colors sprays everywhere, no longer seeing the world in monochrome. One of the most powerful and unnecessarily well-animated scenes I've ever witnessed in anime is Akira's declaration to quit his job to his boss. He then bulldozes his boss with animations and impact frames so smooth that it's comparable to the Garp and Kuzan fight in One Piece. This was his way of saying that he's going to live his life to the fullest. To live his life to the fullest, Akira grabs a pen and notebook and is now going to make a huge bucket list. He's got 100 things he wants to do before becoming a zombie. What makes this story work so well is how it takes the zombie apocalypse trope in entertainment media and flips it entirely on its head. Instead of the typical horror/thriller/suspense way of portraying a doomsday world of zombies, we get a very unique angle of this kind of storytelling. As horrific as a zombie apocalypse may be, the juxtaposition of this and a carefree guy living his life to the fullest while everyone else is stuck in a cliche zombie plot is what makes this story work so well. While zombies are currently running down modern day civilization, our main character is living the most carefree life anyone can imagine. He no longer feels the dread of having to go to work. He cleans his apartment that's been building up 3 years of trash. To celebrate his clean apartment and not having to go to work, he cracks a cold can of beer. As he goes back to his fridge to get more cans, sadly he runs out. Despite every corner he turns being infested with zombies, he takes a trip to the nearest convenience store. While everyone else out there is scavenging for essential supplies like food, medicine, weapons, Akira has his priorities straight. A basket full of beer, since that's the most sensible thing to do. As Akira returns home, he takes a moment to reflect on what the world surrounding him is really like. It's a nice shift from the erratic and dopamine-filled world he originally saw it to be. Whether it's today or 60 years from now, he could die at any point. He thinks to himself that, either way, there's never enough time to do all the things he wants to do if he plays it safe and holes up in his apartment. Life is too short to avoid taking risks. 3 years ago, he was full of hopes and dreams, only to be crushed by the exploitative corporate life. Now, his passion and desire to do the things he wanted to do and become someone who he wanted to be came back to him. Only took the end of human civilization to get that realization. Zom 100 really brings to light the desire for escape felt by anyone who's stuck in a rut. Whether it's a dead-end job, no job at all, or pursuing something in life that doesn't bring any joy. When we were kids, we looked at adults who followed the rules, went to work every day, and it just seemed boring. We thought we'd never end up like that. We had dreams, ambitions, and nothing could stop us from doing what we wanted. But as we grew older, we became shackled by the weight of responsibility, and slowly found ourselves feeling trapped. What Zom 100 offers is a surprisingly uplifting story set in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. It's not just about surviving zombies, it's a reminder of how easy it is to forget all the things we once said we wanted to do or become. Sometimes, all it takes is a kickstart to reignite that fire within us, even if that kickstart happens to be the literal apocalypse. If you're curious to find more about the story of Zom 100, then I highly recommend giving it a chance.